Welcome back to the ID Machine. You're watching for Sly Guy, Sly Guy, Sly Guy, Kaboom, Kaboom, and Super Kaboomo, yeah. Kaboomo, yeah, Kaboomo, yeah. Here we go, here we go. It's just fine, it's just fine. These CEOs have lost their minds. They have lost their minds. Being billionaires made them lose their minds. They just lost their common sense when they got lots of money. Oh yeah, I have offended you again. So I guess this is the end. Because everybody knows you're such a snowflake and you're just quite upset at every single thing we said. Everybody knows it's all just in your head. Wasted feeling, going, speaking. You know why you've crossed the line when I said that you were mine. Going skiing, no hard feelings. Since you will not be my girl, this is the end of my own world. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the ID Machine with Sly Guy, Sly Guy, Sly Guy. Man, oh man, 2023 and 2022 have been the year of the billionaire. Now, you might notice that a lot of really large companies have been making very terrible business decisions. A lot of them have oh, I'm actually missing one of them, actually, one of my honorable mentions, but yeah, let's add him later. Okay, so a lot of the companies, okay, in early 2023 and even late 2022 have been making terrible decisions that have angered their fans, and a lot of people have noticed this. So people have these theories that maybe being too rich messed up their minds, or maybe a new strain of COVID hit them and it only affects billionaires and they're becoming crazy. This is why they made these dumb business decisions. So let's go ahead and start with the obvious. Okay, since this is for Magic the Gathering, Chris Cox. Chris Cox releases a product for Magic's 30th anniversary, known as Magic 30th Anniversary Edition. Oh yes. So the cards are reprints, they're proxy reprints with different backs from the original alpha or beta set, original alpha. Yep. Now beta, because it includes Volcanic Island. Yep, original beta, let's say. So the fans were happy with this, but the problem is they priced the packs at $250 a pack, which made a lot of people angry. And they still continued to push with it, They pretended that the pack sold out, even nobody bought it. Investors sold their cards. Collectors sold their cards. Cards are flooding the market now, and the secondary market has gone to hell, basically, because of what they did. And the value of reserve Magic is slowly no longer becoming a collectible or even as an investment anymore. That's basically what happened with Mr. Cox. Okay, right next, Bob Iger from Disney, yeah, with a slew of woke films. Disney's Bob Iger continued to push the woke narrative. They continued releasing woke movies, which basically had guy-on-guy kissing scenes, okay, which is fine actually with conservative liberal countries. Okay, it's fine in the Philippines, but countries which had the most money, such as the Middle East and China, okay, to that, what was a big no-no, and their movies got banned. Their movies lost money, and because of these business decisions, now Disney stock has dropped to an all-time low. To the point that the investors, the board members, are basically fighting each other already about Disney stock, and they're afraid. They're hoping Apple buys them out, but they're afraid that a third-party entity now can just swoop in and buy them because of how low their stock is. Who knows? Maybe Saudi Arabia might buy Disney. We never can tell. And speaking of Saudi Arabia, here's another guy, Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, of course, was involved in a lot of sex scandals last year. And it was reported that Vince McMahon was using millions of dollars. There's like $3 million just to silence the people that he harassed in the company. I kid you not. So, what happens? The board decided that Vince McMahon should resign. Vince McMahon resigned, and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon took over. The company did well. Then all of a sudden, Vince McMahon goes, "No, I want to go back into the company." He walks back. He votes himself as a majority shareholder, and now he wants to sell the WWE, which pissed off a lot of fans. A rumor came around that Vince McMahon was going to sell it to Saudi Arabia, the Saudi group. And a lot of wrestlers got angry. A lot of fans got angry. And yep, but of course they were false because the deals are still in because it's still ongoing right now. But look at the other players: Fox, Disney, the Saudi group, Netflix. I mean, of all of them, who has the most amount of money? Okay, answer is the Saudi group. So there's a very big chance that very probably if a bidding war happens, they're the guys with all the money in the world because they control all the oil in the world, and the price of gas is going high, so they just get richer and richer. Oh yes. Next up, in our CEOs who have lost their minds, Cynthia Williams. Originally from Microsoft, Cynthia Williams is now the president of Wizards of the Coast. So Chris Cox was president of Hasbro. She's president of Wizards of the Coast. And they said that they were going to monetize Dungeons and Dragon players now. So after the mess that was Magic 30th, they wanted to do the same thing to Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't think it was possible, but man, okay, updating the open game license. Updating the open game license, which now allows them to take content created, okay, created by their top content creators, and either charge them, have them pay royalties to Wizards, or to just take their content and not give them anything for it. Man, that is so messed up. I guess it's because she's from Microsoft and she hasn't okay, and she's more used to video games instead of tabletop games, but man, should have consulted first. Finally, our final honorable mention. Let's go ahead and check this guy out. Oh man. And the award goes to James Gunn. James Gunn. Okay, one of the worst decision makers ever. When James Gunn was taken in to handle the DC universe, the first thing he does is he fires Henry Cavill, he fires Gal Gadot, he just leaves Jason Momoa, and he leaves the Flash, so who has a criminal record. Oh man. So what actually happens here is he even pissed off The Rock in Shazam. So now The Rock doesn't even want to do movies anymore. They lost The Rock and he's going to MCU. James Gunn is soon to be James Gunn because all of his movies are going to crash and burn and nobody will care about his movies. Alright, there you go. So these are the top 4, or now top 5 CEOs who have officially lost their minds once again. This is VID Machine with the Sly Guy signing off right now.